Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. I hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on XRP. While I dim my light a little bit, yeah, that's better. We're going to do full updates on XRP right here, which unexpectedly broke out. I mean, yesterday in the video I made, I said, you know, do I think we can actually reach up to those highs again? Yes, and fill the imbalances. But I did not expect the bullish breakout. I was wrong about that. Now, if every time I'm wrong about it, the price moves up, that would be great, because ultimately there's not really any losers in that. And later on X, I also posted that if we were going to be able to break above 2.29, 2.28 with volume, I would still buy. And that's also, I think, what we talked about yesterday. But yeah, so we got the breakout. Mostly, I think, caused by the general market, because obviously yesterday we had the SEC roundtable, but as far as I know, I mean, some positive things definitely came out of that in terms of crypto regulation in the United States, but I don't think anything specifically for Ripple or specifically bullish for Ripple came out of it. So yeah, great breakout here. You can also see that we have some leverage coming in right here, so that reminds me a little bit of the price action we had right here at the start of May. Which ultimately, like, it's quite similar actually, that after hitting the value area low area right here, which XRP did perfectly right here at 2.07, after hitting that, gaining that initial leverage, gaining that initial volume as well, and then rallying up to first of all the POC, which would be around 2.42, and then eventually the value area high at 2.6, which is where XRP capped the last time as well. So I guess the biggest question we have today is that, all right, we did break out here, but is this a real breakout? And can we expect, given the fundamentals, that we are going to hold this? And at this point of time, even though I know yesterday I said that I did not think it was most likely, the circumstances have changed, and I would say that it is most likely. I mean, usually, like when we're talking about a breakout, and we want to distinguish a breakout from a fake out, there's a couple of things you can look at, right? So volume, now I have to concede that the volume right now is not as high as it was the last time that we broke out above the same level, right? The volume back then at the beginning of May was higher, but I have to say as well that the volume across the markets is also lower, and the volume compared to the price action of the last 2 weeks is relatively much higher. So the volume, I would say, even though it's not optimal, it's still good. It's still enough to say that this is a real breakout. Fundamentally, with not only Bitcoin but also XRP BTC, so the relative strength of XRP against Bitcoin. If we look at that, there's also reasons to be optimistic. And yes, I mean, then we do not have any specific fundamentals pushing XRP or Ripple. But ultimately, this is also fairly in line with the technical situation for XRP, and the technical situation or the technical structure for XRP has been this range since the beginning of December, the end of November actually, to be fair. And we hit the bottom of that range, so there is actually a reason to suspect that, you know, at least we can get up to the POC, the point of control in the middle of that range right here at 2.41. So yeah, I mean, based on all those reasons, like, I mean, obviously if we get some bearish fundamentals, for example, it is still possible that this is a fake out, and that will return back to this level right here at 2.18, which I said yesterday was most likely. But given the circumstances today, and given my expectations for the fundamentals as well, I would say it's a little bit more likely that we'll find stability right here, and that from that stability we can also move into the previous month POC right here at 2.35, and the POC of the entire range right here at 2.42. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what's most likely given the current circumstances. Hopefully that helps. I'll definitely keep you updated on this. If there's any new fundamentals, any new technical updates I think you need to know about. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.